The Blue Lock training arc is finally here, and everyone, yes everyone, is doing insane things to better themselves for the U20 World Cup arc. So let's talk chapter 305. First page, yeah! We got Henri as the first page, not gonna complain about that. He says, yes, this is a special yakisoba. The secret ingredient is kindness. With this tenderness, the deliciousness increases. We then cut to Ego working overtime on his computer while Henri cooks for him. Is there like something going on between the two of them? Are they like a thing? I promise you there's probably like a thing or something. I'm leaning to believe that that's the case. I don't know. But then again, he says, put it over there, with Henri saying, okay, lately it's been nothing but all-nighters, hasn't it, Ego? Is your body okay? You look even worse than a panda. As Ego says, I've been putting together the training content and paperwork for all 23 players. It's just that other work piled up on me. As Henri responds in the next page, during the 14 break, what exactly are you trying to have those 23 guys do? As we see Ego in the peak L pose, leaning forward and everything, and you wonder why he looks the way that he does, he says, Henri, how do you usually go about cooking? With Henri responding, usually I think about what I want to eat, then gather the ingredients I need, that kind of process, I guess. Where Ego says, I see, that kind of process is my recipe for winning the U20 World Cup. Are you telling me that you're basing this entire process off of how you gather ingredients for food? I mean, I get the idea, but like, really? We then cut to Bato in some mysterious place holding a paper reading something. With Ego responding from the last page, the missing ingredients have to be found in these 14 days. If you want to be king again, go there. With Bato responding, what on earth? As some mysterious voice says, you're Bato from Blue Lock, right? We've been waiting for you. As he looks to see who's saying that, and it turns out to be none other than an American football team. Bato Shohei is in the USA. He about to get blessed with some American football. He about to get humbled by these guys real fast. That physicality is gonna be like no other. You ain't experienced football until you've actually played football. I'm just saying, Bato Shohei is lucky. This that pure-hearted American shit. You think they gonna put his ass in pads? Shit, I'd love to see that. I gotta see Bato Shohei in American football pads. Oh, I would love that so much. We then cut to Bachida outside of some sort of building with him saying, it seems to be an elementary school. As we see Ego's words say, learn by teaching, feel your childhood. As some random kid comes out and says, it's him, it's crazy. As Bachida puts his defenses up and says, Bro's ready to throw down with some kids, are we serious? And the thing is, he knows how to fight, which is hilarious. Bachida, put your defenses down, they're not gonna do anything to you, I promise. The defenses thing is so stupid to me, man. Telling me he heard a high-pitched voice and immediately went to defense? Okay, whatever. As we see a bunch of kids come out of the building saying, Bachida, it's the real one. Cool. Bachida, please teach us football. With Bachida saying, that's why I'm the teacher. And immediately getting to teaching. You know, Bachida, if you were smart, you start hitting on the teacher. If you were smart, not saying you will, but I'm just saying, man, the opportunity's right there. You're already celebrity. I'm just saying, man. Ain't gonna lie, shit kind of bad. Bachida, you got your opportunity right now. You do. Don't miss it. We then cut to Kunigami, who looks like he's doing MMA or some sort of boxing, with Ego's words saying, Kunigami Ryusuke. The answer lies in battle. Become the strongest in hand-to-hand combat. And then at the bottom of the page, we see Shido Ryusei. And in the weirdest godforsaken panel I've ever seen of Shido, it says, before you die, do everything you've wanted to try. The cost will be covered by Blue Lock. With Shido saying, Mamma Mia! So basically what you're telling me is Ego sees Shido as an anomaly, so he's just gonna have him do whatever he wants? Is that like, there's no specific training for him? I guess that's Shido for you. I'm not even really that surprised, but by God, you look weird as hell. Classic Shido shit, I guess. My new favorite page, by the way. I love this. This is the greatest damn thing I've seen from Blue Lock. Definitely beats that luck panel we got in the U20 game. 100%. Oh yeah, and in case you didn't know, he's skydiving if it wasn't already obvious. Tom Cruise who, right? We then cut to Rin inside of a dojo learning tranquility. The Ego saying, Itoshi Rin, take a look at your own ego, as we see Isagi and Sai in his memories. Also, no way, Sai mentioned, foreign few. I'll take it where I can get it. As Ego continues saying, only destruction isn't enough desire. With Rin saying, it's the 50th time, old man, as he gets hit on top of the shoulder, trying to attack the sensei for not being able to do what he's supposed to. As we have 3 different people trying to hold him back. I'm very curious to see how this plays out in the U20 arc, knowing that his whole ego aspect is destruction. So, I don't know, maybe it'd be like a Sai type thing. I'm not sure. I'll save that for a different video. We then cut to Reo in a gym running on a treadmill, with him thinking back to Nagi and how Nagi said, "Hey Reo, if I hadn't relied on you back then, I wonder if I would have had a different future," as Reo stops running and lays down on a mat, exhausted as all hell. With Reo saying, "It makes me think, I always thought we'd be together somewhere, somehow. A life without Nagi, I'm still not used to it. What a pain." As then in the next page, we get to see his butler saying, "Excuse me, young Master Reo," with Reo saying, "Oh, Baya," with Baya responding, "A letter has arrived from Blue Lock." The Ego saying, "Mr. Mikage Reo, you're a special soldier of Blue Lock. Copy the surviving players and become the master copy. Your path to being #1 still remains." With Reo looking more into Ego's letter saying, "Copy everyone who has survived," with Baya saying, "Apparently this SD card was included with the letter. There are recordings of the other 22 players," with Reo responding, "No matter what you mean with this task." As Baya interrupts in the next page saying, "But still, even with young Master Reo's physical abilities, doing this in just 14 days, this is too unreasonable." As Reo butts in saying, "No, I'm gonna do it. For now, moving my body is better than using my head. I will completely conquer this assignment," as he has full determination in doing so. He's gonna be deadly in the U20 arc. Oh my goodness. But if anything, he'll be copying the previous players from the NEL instead of the ones that we're going to see in the U20 arc. So it'll be something completely different, but he'll still be able to like get it, if that makes sense. We then see the rest of the Blue Lock players, the word saying, "During the U20 World Cup, I'll be the main character." So we see Karasu doing some sort of running, Raichi doing some sort of wrestling, Hyoda-jin doing parkour, Corona racing dogs for some reason, Audio Jubei doing some sort of grappling, I think, Anase using both of his hands to become more ambidextrous, it's kind of one of the worst ones you could have, to be real, and Sendo being a damn spec op. How did you get that one? That's concerning. Why would you need that for training? Anyways, I digress. We then see Nico working out more, Hyori playing more games like usual, Gagamaru playing baseball, Fukuru using the waterfall method, Yukimiya playing with knives or something like that, Aiku studying or writing things down, and Zantetsu doing track. So everyone is doing their own thing to get prepared for the upcoming U20 arc on Blue Lock's budget. All that's left is to see what Isagi Yoichi will be doing with his plane ticket. We then cut back to Ego and Henri as Henri is falling asleep and Ego is eating, with Ego saying, "Yeah, after all, everyone here is a striker. When we meet again, without killing that instinct, #1 x 23 players, the chemical reaction that will follow will become the new fusion of Blue Lock's rebirth." So basically, whoever can come out on top with the things that they've learned and can work with damn near everybody else on the field, the other 23 players, they will be the ones that will lead Blue Lock into a new era. And in the final words of Blue Lock chapter 305, it's stated, "Through Ego's plan, Japan's #1 Blue Lock striker soul will shake the world." I am very glad that we are getting into the nitty-gritty aspects of every single Blue Lock player that passed for the upcoming U20 World Cup arc. And I'm very curious to see how the things they learned here will play out in the future games. Also, I accidentally missed Chigiri. My bad. As Ego says, "Throw away your legs and become a fish. Get endurable cardiopulmonary at your speed." We see him swim instead of run. And that is Blue Lock chapter 305. There is no break next week, and the next chapter is called Hello.